Donald Trump is afraid of competition. He's scared of Governor Ron DeSantis and Haley running against him. Really interesting. So this is what he said. Here it is.
So Ron would have not been governor if it wasn't for me, and that's okay. Number one, he wouldn't have gotten the nomination, and number two, he wouldn't have beaten his Democrat opponent. So then when I hear he might run, I consider that very disloyal, but it's not about loyalty. But to me it is. It's always about loyalty, but for a lot of people it's not.
Donald Trump, the man who's loyal to nothing but Coca-Cola and Big Macs, has said it is somehow disloyal if he runs against me. I'm the reason he's governor. Well, damn. I need DeSantis to respond to that. Sir, are you going to respond to that? The man said you wouldn't even be governor if it was not for him. He said that about you, Governor. I didn't say that. Trump did. You need to say something back to him. All right. The reason Trump may have DeSantis on his mind is that a new poll shows the Florida Governor Ron DeSantis defeating Joe Biden in a hypothetical 2024 matchup, while the president would prevail in a rematch with former President Donald Trump. Trump is currently the only declared candidate for the White House in 2024. According to a new poll conducted by the University of New Hampshire, likely voters, Republican Party voters in the survey preferred DeSantis over Donald Trump by a 12-point margin, not even close, 42% to 30% respectively. The former president's support among GOP-based voters, while still strong in many states, has nonetheless eroded in some national polls and statewide surveys in recent months. Now, I know people will say, especially Trump right now when the polls are contrary, he will say, oh, they said I wouldn't beat Hillary Clinton, the polls were wrong. Let me remind everyone, you see, the polls that said Hillary Clinton would win, they were roughly between 3% and 5% in the positive for Hillary Clinton. They were all within the margin of error. And anytime a poll is within the margin of error, you could basically throw it away. It means nothing if it is within the margin of error. The polling that has been submitted today is not within 3 to 5 points. It is a 12-point deficit for Donald Trump. There is no margin of error dynamic available for him to talk about. Polls are not predictions, granted, but it gives a snapshot of who is actually hot right now. So for the GOP, their new romance with DeSantis is ongoing. Meanwhile, Trump told reporters aboard his plane that Nikki Haley, who served as his ambassador to the United Nations, called him in recent days to inform him that she is considering launching a 2024 presidential bid. Now keep in mind, she made this call in confidence. I thought Trump was all about loyalty. So she says, I'm thinking about doing it. Haley, who has recently relocated her top aides to Charleston, is said to be weighing the time of a campaign launch at this point, not wanting to be the first one to take on Trump by herself, according to CNN. Fascinating breakdown of politics. The GOP, they have Trump, Haley, and DeSantis. Okay, thoughts, brother?
So one of the most interesting things about the Republican Party for 2024 to me is that it's gonna be difficult for them to really go any one direction, because the reality is that the majority of the party, while they may like Trump, there's still enough of a chunk in the party that's never gonna leave him. And we're seeing numbers of people really wanting to push Ron DeSantis in that direction because it's clear that he's the future of the party in many ways. But the thing is that we have yet to see what kind of campaign Ron DeSantis is gonna run. And if it's not a good campaign, that won't bode well for him. It just won't. If you run a bad campaign, you're not gonna do well. We don't know how that's gonna go. One of the important things is that, as Donald Trump, well, firstly, he has less to lose than Ron DeSantis. He just does. And as he continues to throw punches at Ron DeSantis, Ron's gonna have to meet that. He can't, it's not just that he can't stay quiet. He's gonna have to really tear Trump apart on policy. He's gonna have to tear him up about 2020. He's gonna have to really go at his throat. And if he doesn't, then there's gonna be, I mean, where's the party gonna go? You know, so even if Donald Trump does win the nomination, he doesn't have independence. So the Republican Party is just really in a rough spot right now.
Yeah, a rough spot of their own making.